Well, joining me now for more is Kevin Young. He's a managing principal and product design at Continuum, which is the design and innovation consulting firm. Kevin designed products like the Reebok pump sneaker and the Swiffer cleaning products. Kevin, great to have you here with us. Certainly familiar with some of the products that you helped design. So what do you make of this next phase in the smartphone wars, the wristwatch?
I think it's really interesting because it's, the wrist is such a valuable piece of real estate on the body. And, it's a logical progression from us holding devices to us starting to wear devices. And, especially with what's been happening with watches in general. People don't really need watches anymore.
No, I was going to say, I mean, the smartphone kind of, put watches out of use. And now we're actually talking about watches now maybe not replacing smartphones, but sort of being, I guess, another product that you would use that would have similar functions. I think it's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah, it is. And I think it'll be interesting to see how, who really gets this right. Because there have been products like this before. Microsoft came out with the Spot Watch about 10 years ago, but it had limited functionality, or maybe it wasn't fashionable enough, and it really didn't succeed.
Well, what would a watch need to have, a smart watch need to have to really succeed?
I think why companies have failed in the past is they weren't really thinking about the human element that's involved here. You can make screens smaller, you can make circuit boards smaller, and so it was very technology driven. Make it smaller so sure, you can wear it on the wrist. The company that's going to succeed is really going to think about the fashion component of this and designing the full system to fit into somebody's life to have really meaningful benefit to them.
So if you were to design one, let's say for Apple or for Samsung or any of the other companies, what would you want to have in it then?
I would definitely want to make sure that you've considered the full experience. Think of MP3 players when they first came out. They existed long before the iPod, but the iPod made a full ecosystem of design, of linking it to your computer and having your full category of music. That's the key to this, I think. The piece on your wrist is one small part, but really thinking about that full system, that's the company that's going to win.
Well, and you're familiar, very much familiar. You work with clients from Coca-Cola to Procter & Gamble and American Express. So you're familiar with these companies. I mean, who do you... in particular, we're talking about Apple, we're talking about Microsoft, we're talking about Samsung. Who do you think has the best chance of actually making one that is both very functional but also very designer-friendly or fashion-friendly?
It's, of course, it's hard for me to predict, but, if you look at Apple's history of sitting back, watching companies try and fail by these technology-driven innovation, they've just a very good track record of thinking about people and their needs and not doing these incremental innovations, but really doing a groundbreaking innovation that with products that fit into our lives in ways that we never imagined we needed.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. Kevin Young of the design consulting firm Continuum on the possibility of a smart watch. Still ahead.